know, everything's about the bit.
Dude, you hear about the bit bought it? Oh my god, like it full on crashed.
Yeah, but everything's crashing right now.
Well, yeah, but so
and it's still worth like $20,000 though, right?
I don't know. It's fiction. It's fiction. It's not fictional, but it's like so. The whole point of like hash, we talked about that before, right? Like the way
a
that
little
works.
bit, yeah.
So, not to get off topic, but basically they're changing the model on crypto from live hashing to maintain the blockchain to dynamic hashing, meaning like if you receive. So the way it worked before, if you think about like a point in space, you need 6 axes, or you need 6 points to coordinate for 1 point, right?
Okay, yeah.
Right, because you need 3 lines for a 1 point in 3-dimensional space, right? So so to make those 3 lines, you need 6 points,
correct?
Right, so to maintain that 1 point in 3-dimensional space. So it's the same thing with Bitcoin, right? So you needed to have all these other computer systems continuously agreeing that Joe Schmo has 4 Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Like they had to say, okay, Joe Schmo had 4 Bitcoin. Joe Schmo has 4 Bitcoin, and they just kept repeating that as long as he still had those 4 Bitcoin. Then he says, "Oh, I want to hand this Bitcoin over to you, Ray," and he says, "Okay, now Joe Schmo has 3 Bitcoin and Ray has 1 Bitcoin," and they just keep it forever and ever and ever, right? So it required live systems. So now what they're doing is they're switching over, and I forgot the name of it. I'm so dumb, but I forgot what it's called. But basically, it means you switch over to like 100 people or 100 systems agree that you have 1 Bitcoin, and that's enough. Right? Instead of saying like it's not a continuous live feed that's consuming infinite power, it's now it's like, well, no, the history that we have is good enough. So we can now just agree without having to recalculate all that Bitcoin and all the hashes and everything. You will now it says, okay, now Ray has 1 Bitcoin. And Joe Schmo has 3.
Yeah.
And we saw this transaction. Everybody agreed on that transaction 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then the next transaction, and it requires some hashing throughout, right? Like if you then spend that Bitcoin, you give that to Bitcoin to someone else, and it says, okay, well now that guy has that 1 Bitcoin. But then it's like, okay, that requires some processing to begin to establish that. Once they have enough systems have agreed that has happened, it's now no longer required to be continuously hashed.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So that lowers the power consumption, which reduces the workload of the blockchain. So now you don't need a million mining rigs continuously hashing to maintain the blockchain. So now it's like, okay, well, that's why graphics cards.
That's what I was just about to ask you. Did you take advantage of that?
No, because I do not want previously mined graphics cards. I don't want something that was overstressed and is sitting in a dark closet somewhere. I want a new, fresh one that I'm going to put through the paces graphically, right? Yeah. And so it's funny because you look at the new 4090 that was just announced from Nvidia. The 4090 is like literally a brick. Jesus. Like it is. I SU not. It's like this stacked on top, like this big and like this.
Jeez, that's huge.
It's like, yeah, it's huge. And the reason it's like that is because they fully anticipated all the miners to still buy the next generation. Miners don't care about form factor. They're just gonna stack like 5 of them on a whole bunch of risers and then have their mining rig. You know who cares about form factor? Oh, you know, gamers who have limited space, right? You know, like, so they were just like, oh, okay, like we didn't really think about that. So they just built this 4090, which is just a beast of a thing, and it's like, some funny memes where they're like, okay, I plugged in my computer to the wall, now I need to plug my graphics card into the wall. It's like,
that's wild.
Yeah,
that's wild.
It's really dumb. So it's funny, but it's true. You know, they have these considerations that the 4090 is going to tank because people aren't going to buy it.
Right.
It's like, especially if you have the whole market flooded with even the used 3080s and 3090s, you know, whatever. Like, people are still going to buy them. Like, I don't want it, but that doesn't mean they're bad.
Right.
You know, they're not bad at all. Like, they're probably work. And honestly, if you're mining, you would probably tune it down because you have 6 of them in a row. you don't necessarily want them cranked up at 100% or 120% like gamers would. Right. A gamer might buy one card, crank it up to 120%, let's just say whatever its output is, and then run it for 5 years, right? A miner would buy one, tune it down to 80%, and then have 6 of them. Mm-hmm. Right, because they're it's already going to consume 6 times more power.
Right.
So any additional power doesn't necessarily net them. They only make money when they're mining. Their hashes nets them more than their electricity costs. Right. So if their electricity costs are so high because they're like overclocking stuff, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just I don't want to deal with it.
Well, I mean, I think it's bad because it's not like they use it like how a gamer would. These guys are using this stuff 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Yeah, again,
So it's being ran through.
It's got city miles on it.
Yeah, it's being ran through.
It's true.
True. So that's where I would agree. I wouldn't jump on that if I was if I needed something like that or a PC gamer.
Yeah,
but. Yeah, I wouldn't because I would get it from the gamer who had it for 2 years and they upgrade it because I know they're not running it 24 hours a day.
Well, I know when I sold my 2080s, my biggest selling point was never used for mining, never overclocked, never used for mining, just out of the box in my thing. I told them I gamed 3-4 hours a week, for the last 2 years. You want it? And they're like, yeah.
Basically brand new.
I mean, when you look at the mining, look at the mining,
for sure.
It's like...
Well, not only that, but you said you only did it 3-4 hours gaming a week. Most gamers are doing that at least a day.
That's true.
That's true. It's like, yours is basically brand new, no miles. It's like, it only has 10,000 miles on it. Brand new car.
Brand new car, yeah, it's true. You're not wrong. That door keeps opening.
It's recording. Hold on.
All right. Yeah, so we've got so many things to talk about because we're doing this relaunch, man.
Seriously.
I'm going to try and cut these up into a couple of different episodes,
But back to the airlines though.
Oh yeah, back to the airlines.
And like we were saying, prep yourself, prepare, do your due diligence. Mm-hmm. Don't be mean to the people that work there. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of the stuff that happens, these delays and all that's not their fault. And granted, I know it could be frustrating, especially when you're sitting there and they're not giving you any information.
No, they said check back in 20 minutes.
Yeah, because they're giving you what they know.
Yeah.
Like they don't know.
They don't know.
They're getting information from somewhere else, from a tower, from supervisors, from people from the crew that they're waiting on. So they don't know until they know. So we just gotta be just have to be patient. And I know it sucks, especially if you have a 2-hour layover and then you miss your flight and now you got to stay there overnight and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it does get annoying. And another thing too. Well, you say what you're about to say.
All right. So that just reminds me of the layover situation. I do not book anything less than like a 2-hour to 2.5 hour, maybe even 3-hour layover when I'm traveling because you got to know your hubs, right? So it's a hub and spoke system, right? That means if you're flying United, well, LAX is a weird thing, but if you're flying United, Denver's a hub, right? Mm-hmm. So you're going to go through Denver. Denver's a big airport.
Yes.
And it sucks trying to get from one side of Denver airport to the other.
Yes, because it's split in two.
It's split in two, and then you got to take a train, you got to take this, take that. Yeah. And you might, especially if you're going to a small town. So what happens is, you'll fly into a hub, and then they'll feed out to all the little puddle jumper type towns, right? Mm-hmm. So if you're doing that, like, you got to understand that those little puddle jumper planes are not sitting with the big boy planes. Mm-hmm. They are sitting off in their own little, Narnia land over there, where they're kept in the dark and fed in feces, and that's what they do. So you have to understand that you are going to need time. There was recently I had a coworker that went to Kansas, and he was flying United LA to Kansas, and I was like, I don't know, somewhere in Kansas. He said, I'm flying through Denver. I'm like, well, you need time, right? And he goes, well, what do you mean? I'm like, well, how much time do you have in Denver? And he's like, well, I don't know, like an hour and a half. And I'm like, okay, well, let's look it up.
That's a little tight.
Let's look it up. And that's what I told him. I said, but it might be okay.
Yeah.
Let's look it up on the map. I went to the airport map, and I said, okay, you're landing. I said, let's look up today's flight of that same flight number.
Yeah.
It landed at B27. Let's just say. Okay, B27. All right. And then the flight you're leaving, the flight that you're leaving to Kansas leaves today at F4. Okay. let's map it out. How far is it going to take from B-27 to F-4? That doesn't mean it's going to happen that day, but it gives you a good idea, right?
Yes.
And I was like, okay, and where are you on the plane? He goes, what does that mean? I'm like, well, it matters. If you're at the back of the plane, you got to wait for everybody to get off and get their crap, get their stuff. Haul all the people that couldn't lift their bags before still can't lift their bags down. I mean, it's a little bit easier, but they might get hurt. But whatever, it's not my problem. They're
because you could wait up to 30 minutes.
Oh yeah,
planing.
Just sitting there.
Yeah,
just sitting there.
Yeah,
and you're just sitting there. So imagine if your flight is a 45-minute layover, you spend 30 of those minutes waiting to get off the plane.
Now you got 15 minutes to get where you're going on the other side of the airport.
It leaves. Like they already boarded. Like you might be able to get there and just wave at them on the way out.
Yeah, that's the flight I was supposed to be on. Mm-hmm. Hi guys. Man. So no, I completely agree with that. Yeah, if you do I try my best not to do a layover.
Yes, exactly.
But
it's unavoidable.
Especially when you're not in a hub of that particular airline, right? Yeah. So you want to make sure you have at least a couple of hours of layover time. And a lot of people are like, a couple hours, I'm gonna be sitting there for 2 hours. Like, no, you won't.
No. By the time you get off the plane, get to the bathroom, go get something to eat, your flight's already ready to go.
Exactly.
That's it. And imagine you're flying with little kids
or
whatever.
You need a longer time.
It's just you're gonna need the time. And and then that goes double for international flights. So if you're flying back to the U.S. on an international flight, you have to go through customs at whatever your first point of entry is.
Yes.
So you have to go through. So let's say you go from L.A. to London nonstop, all right? But then you come back and it's like London to Chicago to L.A. Mm-hmm. Well, guess what? You're getting off the plane in Chicago, and they're funneling you into customs, and you can't go anywhere else. You may not even see a bathroom between your airplane and the customs, and you got to go to customs, go clear customs, collect your bag, and then go check back into the flight that you were going.
Yeah, because now you're on a domestic flight.
You're on a domestic flight. Now you're domestic.
Yeah.
So now, let's assume you got through all that, and you booked. You gave yourself 45 minutes between the time you land.
You're screwed.
Oh, you were so.
You're
screwed.
Missing that flight.
You were so screwed. But it goes back to if you had the TSA, not TSA PreCheck. What is it? Global entry.
Yeah, global entry.
So just to add on to what Ray was saying, TSA PreCheck is great. You also get TSA PreCheck if you get global entry.
That's true.
So global entry is $100 for 5 years.
Yes.
TSA is $80 for 5 years.
$20 more out there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You do have to have a passport already, and then because they got to clear it and do the little bit extensive background check or whatever. But yeah, with global entry, and that qualifies you for clear, that qualifies you for all the other things that Ray just said. But global entry puts you on the fast track getting through customs. And I just came back from Germany over the summer, and oh my god, the global entry was super smooth.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It was like they had this giant ass line for everybody who was non-citizens, and there was a U.S. citizens, there was a non-U.S. citizens, and then there was global entry. Global entry had nobody there. There was one customs guy.
Yeah.
You went to the kiosk. It took a picture of you and said go.
That's
and
that
clear.
Was it. That was
it. It was just go, because they already had your biometric data. They already compared to everything. They were like, face matches that guy, so let's go. Yep. And then you literally walk past the guy and you're like, hey, do I need anything? And he's like, what the fuck? Why are you stopping here? Just keep going.
Keep going. Do you want me to detain you?
Yeah, I can make your day hard.
Yeah. I'm trying to make it easy. Go. Don't talk to me.
Yep. And so then I literally got down to baggage claim before my bags ever, no bags were ready.
Nice.
Like that never happens through customs. Like that never happens.
Yeah.
That never. Your bag is already there. Is already done 24 laps around the carousel.
And sometimes you have to go to the airline baggage.
Because they were like, well, we pulled it off there because the next flight from Singapore already showed up. You gotta hurry up.
Absolutely.
So absolutely do yourself a favor. Traveling internationally. And not to say that I know not everybody travels internationally all the time, but we're just putting it out there. These are the things of 2022. These are the things that you need to be aware of. Yeah. What did you want to add?
Well, and then and also just like with the rental cars, sign up for every airline's membership, every single one, Southwest, American, United, Delta. We don't do Spirit. We don't do JetBlue. But the major airlines, make sure to sign up for them. Also,
I'm going to stop you right there. Okay. The reason I'm stopping you there is because you do not want to sign up for everything. Southwest, absolutely.
Yes, I have.
But there are maybe 2 or 3 major airline networks that work with each other. So you don't necessarily want to sign up for a Delta rewards program and then also sign up with a Korean Air rewards program.
Oh, I'm naming just the big 4.
Like the domestics?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm naming just them because I know a lot of them work together.
Yes. Yeah.
So
you don't want to
that's
dilute
why.
your pool.
Yeah.
That's all.
I'm just saying the big 4. Yeah, sign up for the big 4. Correct though. Yes.
Yeah. So they all work with each other.
Correct.
And they all so like Delta and Korean Air are like super best buddies.
Yes.
They serve it. They whatever. KLM, all that crap. Yeah.
So 3 other things that I want to add to this. No, seriously, because this is fact. This is good stuff here.
This is good pod.
When you're good pod, this is good pod, fire pod. So one thing you want to do when you're traveling, like say for vacation or whatnot, try to book your vacation where it goes from the week over the weekend to the week. The reason being, the best time to get tickets.
Oh yeah,
Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays.
Yep.
Those are the cheapest times to get tickets, and those are the easiest times also to get upgrades on your seats.
Oh yeah, because people don't fly there.
Yeah, they normally fly Friday,
Saturday,
Sunday, Monday. Yeah. So
all the other days.
Yeah.
There's only 7 of them. Pick them.
Absolutely. So do that. Number 2, when you go speak to the gate attendant, always have a smile. Be very nice to them, especially if you're trying to get upgrades or trying to get your seat moved and whatnot, because that simple gesture right there goes miles with them because they have a very stressful job. They're dealing with people that are angry all the time, angry at them, even though they're just a messenger. So to have a little relief, somebody that's being nice to them, smiling. Like I've even done it to the point where I got one of them coffee before.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and hooked me up. You know what I'm saying? Like hooked me up. Went from the lowest economy seat to I didn't get first class because first class wasn't available, but I was able to get I was Delta. I was doing the Delta one.
There you go.
So I was able to do that. So it's very do that, and also if you are looking to upgrade for first class, I'm not saying that you have to dress business casual or anything like that, but dress not like you're about to go to sleep or go to bed. Dress just a little presentable, just because. Unless you buy the ticket, and you can dress however the hell you want because you just paid the $2,000 for the ticket. Right. They don't care. But when you're trying to get upgraded in it, there's a certain look they're looking for.
So you're saying I shouldn't wear my juicy pants?
No, you shouldn't. No.
Damn.
Yeah. You could do that in economy though. That's fine.
But do they have a low class section? Where I can pay for the overhead bins with the lockers.
Yeah. So I'm telling you, like this stuff is really key. When you board on the plane too, when you board on the plane, the flight attendants are there at the door greeting you. Yep. Smile and say hello to them. You have no idea how much better your service will be. You
know what also works? $20.
That's true, but still smiling when you give it to them.
Oh well.
Because if you don't, because I'll just take your 20. Thank you. All right, go sit in 28E.
but it only goes to D. It's like, yeah, that's on the outside.
That's on the outside. You're on the wing, my buddy. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, with these little hacks here, you will have a very pleasurable flight.
Yeah.
You will have a great experience. You will enjoy the time in between because now you're not rushing. You're just, especially with your layovers, you can leisurely walk while you watch everybody else running to it or people begging, hey, I know I'm all the way in the back, but my connection flight's in 15 minutes. I have to go. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to be any of those people. You can just relax.
You can let them go. You can be like,
go. I have plenty of time because I made sure I had time.
And also, so one of the cool things about also having status, if you fly, is that if you are about to miss your flight, like let's say you are in a situation where you had a 3-hour layover. Well, now you don't have a 3-hour layover anymore because your flight got delayed.
Yes.
You know, your flight got delayed. Now it's like 45 minutes.
Yes.
So if you have status, at least in my experience with United, Delta, I want to say American, but I can't because they didn't do it for me. But United and Delta, they sent me through the app, sent me a text and said, "Hey, we've already booked you on this flight."
Oh, nice.
Now, it didn't really help me because when I was on United going through O'Hare, they booked me on the Monday morning flight.
Yeah.
I was trying to get out there Sunday night, and they were like, "Oh, no, we already rebooked you for 7 a.m. tomorrow." And I'm like, that doesn't help me. It's 4 o'clock here. I need to get to Indiana.
Yeah, do I have a voucher?
Like, where am I staying?
Do I have a hotel voucher?
Hotel? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
You know, and no, like, well, and in hindsight, I should have just said screw it and just rented a car from there and just
drove.
Yeah, because I ultimately didn't get into. Oh, I was coming to see you. I didn't. That was when we were at. What was it? Indiana.
Cummins?
Cummins. When we were at Cummins.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, and I think that was not United. I think that was American, actually. Because, my flight got delayed, and then I was coming out there for whatever. Like, that was when, they were just like, hey, we've got budget. Go out there and help. I'm like, okay. Like, whatever. So, yeah, like, I just went out there, and they were... in hindsight, it was so close that I should have just rented a car from Chicago. Like,
to go to Indiana.
Yeah, because it was like an hour, 3-hour drive or something.
It's not that far.
It's not far enough to make a difference. But whatever, that's not what happened. But ultimately, so one good thing is I then went to the American Lounge, talked to the gate agent there, smiled, and said, "Could you get me on an earlier flight? Not tomorrow?" And they go, "Oh, why'd they do that? Oh my God, that's so evil. Like, here we go. I got you on this one. It's at 7 o'clock." And I'm like, it was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Like,
yeah.
We're good.
Perfect.
That's it. Now, it got me, I didn't get into freaking Cummins land, whatever, until like midnight or whatever. But
yeah, but you're not
it is what it is.
Yeah. The next day, yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, these... Yeah, it's a lot of things you can do to make your trip a lot easier.
Yeah.
It really is. And after traveling so much for business... Vacation travel is simple for me.
Oh, bro.
Oh, it's so easy.
So easy. It's so easy.
It's
like,
very simple.
When I travel, they're like, entire family's just like, "How are you so good at this?" I'm like, I got paid to do this. I get paid to do this. Like, this is my kung fu, and it is strong.
So, lastly, because this is like a trifecta, like when you go on Expedia.com or whatnot, they have you try to book everything all at once, your hotel, flight, and car. So we're going to talk about the hotel aspect.
Okay.
Once again, first and foremost, sign up for the membership.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Sign up for the membership. I myself have a membership with Marriott, Hilton, and IHG, which is Holiday Inn and its affiliates. And one thing that I really like about hotel memberships, their points and their systems add up quick.
That's true.
They add up very fast. Now, granted, when I travel, especially for work, I'm there for weeks at a time.
Yep.
But they always have these multiplier offers and whatnot, where you can get 2 times, 3 times, or for every 4 nights you get 10,000 points, stuff like that. But one thing that does build up fast, regardless of how often you travel, are the points.
Yeah.
And the points, one thing I would highly recommend when it comes to trying to use your points for rewards with them, when you look at it at face value, the best bang for your points are hotel free nights. That's the best bang for your buck.
So like instead of like gift cards or combining it with like your airlines or whatever.
Yeah, because if you think about it, 10,000 points can get you in, like IHG hotel. 10,000 points can get you in at a non-busy hotel for free for that night. Or you can pay 10,000 points for a $10 gift card. Which one kind of, like $100 a night hotel or a $10 gift card?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So it's like, I'd rather use it for that. Now
It's more like $100 gift card, but yes, I know.
But still, it's
like,
eh.
well, and so okay.
But here I have this. Let's check that.
All right. He's
I don't have my loud clicks.
He's getting on his computer. He's now. Oh, he's typing in altavista.com and then typing in google.com. Damn it, Jerry, this is why we can't have nice things.
All right, let's see what we got here. All right, but so, now there's other things like with the points. You can also get it to redeem products and stuff like that. Now, I've done that too. Yeah. Because I had so many IG points, I couldn't get through them all. So I ended up buying a Samsung Galaxy Watch with my points. I got Samsung.
We would gladly accept Samsung sponsorship.
Oh, we definitely would. Yes.
Like you can pay him in product. I'll take money, but you can pay him in product.
Yes, just to let you know, PDA, I will sell the product for the money. Because I already have a lot of Samsung products.
You already has everything. Can't even pay him in product anymore.
Yeah. Thank you, though. Okay. I greatly appreciate it. But no. But real talk, we would love a Samsung sponsor. We'll just let you know.
Yep.
But what else to say? Yeah, so I used it for a product. So I got that. I got some Beat Pro headphones. So it works out for that too. If you have like a whole bunch that you're never going to use, I know some guys that have millions of points because not only do they get their points because they travel, but they also get the credit cards aligned with the hotel, right?
They just swipe their way.
Oh my gosh! And they, and because what you do, you put the price of the hotel on the credit card. Now you're just getting triple points.
Yeah, 5 times, but yeah.
Yeah. Either or, you're getting a lot of freaking points.
Getting a lot of points.
But yeah, so I would highly recommend getting signing up for it and take advantage of that system. One thing too, with the hotels, you would think the longer you stay, the more flexible they would be with you as far as like getting upgrades and things of that nature. But it doesn't work that way.
Nope.
It's easier to get upgrades, especially like if you're upgrading to a suite or something like that. 2 or 3 nights.
2 or 3 nights.
Yeah.
Yep, you're absolutely right.
Easiest because when you're there for weeks, now you're holding that suite that whole time.
Yep, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, so you got to look at
it from their perspective, right? So like, they want that room, of like available, but they would rather put, like, no matter what your status is, they would rather put somebody who's going to be there for 30 days in a 30-day room, which means
correct.
No windows, some AC, TV that semi-works, Wi-Fi that's decent. Like, that's the room that you would get. Yes. Like, not big, not whatever. They want to show the flashy room to the guy that's going to be there for 3 nights.
Yes.
They want the weekend warrior that comes in. And because then they'll be like, oh, they're going to come back.
Yes.
They're selling it, right? Like, you're already there for 30 days. They already got your money. Right, that's their thinking, right? They got your money for 30 days. Now, so what I did, so way back when I was a baby field service guy, the company I worked for was so cheap that we could only stay at like the choice hotels, and choice means lack of choice. So it's like the Comfort Inn and like the lack of quality Inn, and all the Sleep Inn and all those inns, right? Yeah, they're not terrible. They're just not great.
I'll just let you know real quick. $10 Dunkin' Donuts gift card is 5,500 points.
5,500. You said 10,000.
So it'll be $20 gift card, not 100.
55. Wait.
$25 Sephora gift card, $25 Lowe's gift card, 13,000 points.
Bro, they inflated those points. It used to be a lot less.
I'm telling you, points. The real benefit of points is really the hotel.
Yeah, I got you. You stand corrected.
Or convert them to like your airlines
or something. They make them count some other way, right?
For sure. But go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no. So what was I? What was I saying before I was rudely interrupted? Co-host or not? What the hell, bro?
And then the sad thing is, I can't tell you.
I know you can't. This is terrible. Stop, pause, record.
I was too busy looking up the gift cards.
Okay, so gift cards are 20,000 points or whatever.
Yeah,
for $10
that. See, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it at all because like you said, you can get 10,000. I think even 8,000 gets you a free night at like a non-super busy hotel.
Seriously,
you know?
yeah.
And you can mix and match that. And so, okay. Oh, it reminds me of something else. I got a bone to pick with IHG. I got a bone, multiple bones to pick with them. So I recently redeemed a bunch of points.
Okay.
I stayed at a hotel, one of their Kimpton brand hotels.
Those are nice hotels.
They're really nice, really nice. I was really happy with it. Except we only stayed one night. I had reserved it for 2. Stayed one night. Called them. They never gave me my points. They never credited my.
And those points are a lot for Kimpton.
It was 60,000 points for Kimpton.
Jeez.
So I was not happy about that.
Yeah, I can understand that.
More recently, I went to go book another night with points, and I was looking at the Intercontinental.
Oh, that's a nice one
That's
too.
a very nice hotel.
I stayed at the one in downtown LA. Thanks to you. You told me about it.
I told you about that one.
Oh,
That's a nice one.
nice.
It's so nice. And that's the same one I'm looking at. And I look at it on the app, and it says, "Hey, you can stay here, and it's going to cost you, whatever, 40,000 points."
Dang, that's really good.
Well, it plus $200.
Oh, you did the split.
Yeah,
you
can split it, right?
All right, yeah.
So I was like, okay, man, it's not too bad. It was like 60,000 points for one night, and or you can divide it up like that. I don't remember. It doesn't really matter. The point is, it said points are available. Then you click on it, and it's like no points available, no room rates available. No points. No points.
I hate when they do
I'm
that.
like,
yeah.
Well, why did your map view show me that points were available? And when I click on it, you ain't got nothing. Like, what's going on with that?
Yeah.
And you can look it up right now too. Like, check it out and just look up points for this weekend or 2 weekends from now. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to do right now.
And you'll see that they will tell you that you can book points at the hotel, and then it shows you nothing available.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah. And so, I mean, so shifting gears, a hotel points program that is actually really good is the Marriott program.
Oh, really?
Marriott, there's never, if they've got a room, they will sell it to you on points.
Oh, nice.
They will convert whatever the current nightly rate is into points.
So it's not certain.
It's not days. It's not blackout days. It's nothing. They would just be like, listen, you got the points, we got the room.
See, I don't stay at the Marriott enough to know.
See, and that's why I didn't either until I was talking to some of my coworkers, and they were like, well, yeah, we just stay over here at the Residence Inn, and we get we're paying $300 a night, and we're paying this and paying that, and I'm like, holy cow, that's a lot. And they're like, yeah, but we get the points and. There is no blackout dates. There is nothing. If they got a room, it's the only thing that would stop them from selling a room on points is if they're sold out.
Yeah, see, and here right now, I'm looking them up right now for hotels in LA, and none of these are available with points right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, wait, here's one. Oh, Diamond Bar, man. I might want to stay in Diamond Bar.
Oh yeah, let's do a vacation in Diamond Bar.
All right, here's a Long Beach Holiday Inn.
Pass.
Yeah, not much.
Pass. What else you got? Look up Malibu. Malibu's got so they added a new thing called the Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith, yeah, dude.
I was like, okay.
That's another level right there.
It is. It is really nice. Now, it is not, they're boutique hotels. They are not, they are not chains.
Yeah, they're not. So, yeah, they're like, they're all different. Like some are cottages, some are like stuff in the middle of nowhere, but really nice.
You know what it looks like? It looks like a whole bunch of boutique hotels got together, created a liaison called Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and that liaison sold them to IHG.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like,
because they're one of the newest additions.
Yep.
Too.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool. It's a fantastic way to do business. Like now they'll accept points. You can earn points staying there. Like you're now part of the network. It's fantastic. Yeah, look up Malibu. Malibu's good. Also, like Laguna Beach or something like that. Like they got another one down there.
I'm really surprised that there's so many rooms not available with points. Just because typically when I see that with IHG, it's like high travel time.
Yeah, this ain't high travel.
And it's not. So it's very surprising that it's that way.
You know what it is? They want money.
I mean, yeah.
Because watch, every single one of those hotels that says there's nothing available. You put it to cash, and they've got rooms.
Oh, well, they're showing the cash here.
Okay.
Rooms are not available for reward nights on one or more of the selected
So
dates.
that's my bone to pick, right? It's like
I can understand
It's like
that.
here I got ambassador status, and I had to pay 40,000 points or whatever it was.
Yeah, I did that too. Yeah, and that works well for like international travel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it gives you lounge access to the Intercontinental,
No way.
bro, and the lounge is nice.
No way.
And-
Seriously.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, go look at your ambassador status. Like you'll get, I think it's one of those perk nights. So like when you get the perks, like you can sign up.
Oh yeah,
like,
we can sign up for. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I remember.
Like
that.
after you stay, every 10 nights you stay, you get another level of perks.
Yeah.
And so when you hit those level of perks, like you'll get, like I got a couple of food and beverage ones that are pretty worthless right now. They say more to come. I'm like, okay, what am I gonna get for this?
Yeah.
And they're like, it was like 10,000 points or 3 food and beverage coupons.
So then when you get to the next, because they have different levels, right?
Yeah.
So I think at the level I'm about to hit is like 60,000 or something like that.
No, 60 nights or.
Oh yeah, sorry, 69. Sorry,
Yeah.
my bad. 60,000.
That's okay.
Whatever
Yeah.
I'm talking about. So with that one, you get the choice of the
food and beverage,
food and beverage,
coupons, or 10,000
points,
Yeah.
and then also a guaranteed suite upgrade.
Okay, so the suite upgrades are, and that's another bone I got to pick with them because IHG really revamped their point system this year.
Yeah, because
Okay.
now it's like IHG1 or something
It's
like that.
IHG1. They
Yeah.
got launched
One
back
rewards.
in April or something like
Yeah,
that.
yep.
And so they're still working out the kinks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's not very user friendly, and it's kind of like there's no point right now.
Correct.
And you can see right now there's not many options for points. It's like they don't know what to give their people.
Yeah.
And so even though I'm an ambassador level, just like you, I'm not seeing any difference. Like it's like, if anything, it's gotten worse.
Yeah, because now they changed it from where it was like silver, gold, platinum.
I think you got to platinum or platinum.
No,
was
Spire.
Spire was their big
So
one.
yeah, so it's silver,
Gold.
silver,
Silver,
gold,
gold, platinum,
and then Spire.
And Spire.
So now it's silver. No, now it's member, silver, gold, platinum, and diamond.
Diamond Elite, and then
Yeah.
you can get to
then you can get the ambassador.
You can either pay $200. I'm not paying for
No,
those.
or you do the 40,000 points. Yeah, for sure.
I was like,
that's another
Yeah.
one that's worth them.
I was like, what's 40,000 points? Nothing. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like I'll make
Absolutely.
40,000. I'll earn 40,000 points in a weekend. You know.
And another thing too, concerning hotels. I was one of these people. I don't know if everybody was. I would see Hilton, and I would immediately think that's too expensive. I'm not gonna.
It's not though.
Dude, and just like IHG, there's so many different brands under that affiliate.
Homewood,
Homewood Suites,
Home
True
2
to Home,
Suites,
yeah, True Home 2 Suites,
Home 2 Suites. What was it? What was the other one?
the Hampton Inn,
Hampton Inn.
Express.
Yeah, you get so many,
and they're not. And the thing is, they're relatively on the same level price wise as the IHG hotels.
but they're so much
better, man.
So much better.
Oh my god, dude!
Oh,
like
Doubletree's-
I
Doubletree's
stayed,
on there, too?
Doubletree's
Yeah,
on there. I stayed at a Homewood Suites, which is, if anybody knows IHG hotels, is equivalent to Staybridge.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it's
okay.
equivalent. It's the same-
So
same exact
kind of like
type
studio apartment kind of situation.
Studio apartment to a one bedroom or two bedroom. Yeah.
Okay.
But the thing is, with there at the Staybridge, like a lot of the IHG places that aren't the Holiday Inn hotel, but the Holiday Inn Express and then Staybridge, you get breakfast in the morning.
Yep.
And the breakfast at Staybridge is, it's nothing to write home about. It's whatever. Like
Yeah.
sometimes I'll just like, I'll skip out.
Yep.
But at the Homewood, dude, it really tasted like home cooked food. It was ridiculously good. Ridiculously good.
All right.
It was just really nice. Even though the people at IHG treat me very nice, the way it's like comparing the way they treat you customer service wise is like how Chick-fil-A treats customers. That's how
Like
Homewood
full
treats.
on, drank the Kool-Aid,
Bro,
the whole night. Okay.
It's
all right.
ridiculous. Like after that experience, I was sold.
Okay.
I was sold. Like this trip I have coming up, I was kind of torn. I was like, I'm this close to redoing my diamond status, whatever, for IHG.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, I'm about to hit gold on Hilton.
Gold on Hilton.
I was like, you know
gold
what?
on Hilton.
I was like, I remember that experience. I went with Hilton. And even though if I don't travel anymore this year, I still will be a gold member with IHG, which the only difference, I'm platinum, sorry. Platinum member with IHG. The only difference in that and Diamond Elite, which I didn't even realize, is Diamond Elite gives you this diamond members hotline.
That's it.
I've never used it, so I really don't care
I'm about
if I
to
lose
use it because I'm gonna call and complain about the lack of available rooms for when I want it.
Right? So that's why it's important to sign up for these memberships. Use them every time. Take advantage of all these things you can get.
So one quick thing about gold status, about like, so it's just about statuses in general. Airline status is so important to get to gold.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you don't travel a ton, it's very difficult.
It is very difficult.
It's very difficult.
So I'm going to tell you a little story.
Let's
Okay.
hear it.
I think you know about this already, but
Okay.
So back in 2019, before Corona, I was in a situation where I was not going to hit gold status on Delta Airlines. I was so close, and they gave me a buy-up option. The buy-up option was, I want to say it was like $500 or something like that. It was like it was enough. It was like
it's worth it,
dude.
It's worth it.
So let me tell you how worth it.
It's worth it.
All right,
people. Real quick, y'all. I understand $500 is a lot. It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
It really is. But the perks you get between silver and gold when it comes to airlines is drastic.
Yes.
It's like when you compare it to like a hotel, it's like being a member to Diamond.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Because it is and here's the main reason for that. The main reason why the buy-up is $500. It's a lot of money. Like that is
a lot of money.
That is nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah.
But I spent it, or I bought the $500 upgrade to gold because it was going to be good for the rest of 2019 and all of 2020. Now, if you remember, something happened in 2020.
Oh, bro, they extended it
They
for you.
extended it. So they extended all statuses until the end of 2022.
Yeah, the end of this year, yep.
Then this year, they extended all statuses until like mid 2023
When is this? For who?
for gold,
For Delta?
for Delta.
Oh.
I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Because we're end of 2022 now, so I might be out.
Yeah, because I'm still silver.
You're still
for
silver?
Delta.
Okay.
Yeah. I
So-
was so close to that. Oh, I didn't get the buy-up.
You didn't get the
option.
buy-up option? No. It's because they don't like you.
Probably.
It's because you weren't smiling. You didn't slip enough.
I didn't
20s.
smile.
Yeah,
I
you didn't smile. No, because here. Let me explain the difference between silver and gold. So gold puts you on their next level, which obviously is one more level up. However, if you are Delta, I think is what's called Star Alliance. No, not Star Alliance. What was their thing? One World Alliance or something
One
like
World,
that.
yeah.
One World. You are One World Gold. What that means is if you're flying internationally on, let's say, Korean Air, you now have One World Gold status, which gets you into the lounge. So you could be flying a, broke ass, low class economy, and you will get access to the lounge because you are gold.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
When you are flying internationally, you will get access to the gold on partner airlines. So any partner airline that you are flying, when you're flying internationally with gold status, you get treated like a gold member on those airlines.
That's awesome.
So whatever the perks that go with it. Now, silver is all domestic. That's the only perk there is domestic.
Yeah.
Once you get to gold, that's where you want to be.
Yeah.
And the first time I learned this was I just hit gold on United. I hit gold on United, and that was like the not breaking point, but it was like so United partners with Lufthansa, and Lufthansa is a far superior airline than United. And United, I was flying Lufthansa, and I was going to I forgot, Germany somewhere, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just like, "Oh, you're a gold member. Oh, here you go. Here's access to this lounge that I didn't realize was amazing and 10 times better than any United lounge I'd ever been in." And it was just like, oh my God, Yeah. So more addicting than crack. Meth ain't got nothing on lounges and first class. Let me just tell you.
Yeah.
Like
I can imagine.
that is super. Like if you never fly first class in your life, please don't start. Like that's the best. That's the best thing I can say. Now I don't consider, like, if you get on the airplane and you turn right, that's not first class.
Yeah.
I don't care what they say.
Yeah.
That's not first class. When you get on the airplane and you turn left, that is first class.
Yeah, yeah.
That is first class. Whatever is up there is first class. Even if they call it business class, that's still first class.
That's still first class.
That's still
Yep,
first
I
class. You
agree.
got to be on a plane big enough to support the product that they want to sell.
Yeah.
Now, the difference between business class and first on like Lufthansa or like Korean Air and stuff, realistically, not that big of a difference. Like your food is a little bit better, you get a little bit more attention, but quite honestly, I don't want any attention. I just want a nice, comfy seat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I don't
yeah.
want like make sure my drink is always full. You know, make sure I got my fuzzy slippers, whatever. Like we good.
So yeah, that's.
I think you have any other travel life hacks that we can talk about? I think we've exhausted everything.
Yeah, I think we've pretty much exhausted.
This might be like a
everything.
3-episoder. Like I got nothing left.
Yeah.
No more gas in the tank. But
Yeah.
oh man. All right. Well, that wraps it up for our relaunch episode. So episodes plural, maybe. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. We might have to tune it up a little bit and have to do a remote session or something to get you to re-record some stingers here and there. But we'll see how it goes.
For sure.
But yeah, thank you so much for listening. Sorry it was so long, and sorry for the technical difficulties. But we got a new setup. Hopefully, we sound better.
Yes.
I hope you guys can hear us better, and I think our product is going to be better overall, and that's what we want to do. We want to make sure that we are entertaining and educational. That is our goal.
Completely agree. Yeah. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you so much for listening. We appreciate it, and looking forward to give you more information and more product out here.
And we're out.